2 ponds. 2 ponds. Wow, look at these fish.
Okay. Miss Pam wanted something that she could sit in and drink some wine with her friends and stuff like that, but she didn't want to sit with the fish.
Is it easier to maintain than the old one?
I think so, yes. Nothing to it.
Okay.
Nothing to it. Listen to the water. And
That's it.
enjoy
Just listen to the water. Yeah.
They did all the work.
Yeah, of course, the construction.
Right.
I'm Greg Wittstock, the pond guy. This is Saundra Springer, the pond lady of Springer Ponds.
Yes, sir.
And we have been having fun going out and visiting her water features. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the pond guy. It's all about living the aquascape lifestyle. And are we looking at a pond or a pondless?
We're looking at 2 ponds.
All right, let's go check this out. What a beautiful property. I love how every time I come up, there's always chairs right next to it. Got some bruisers in here. And it looks pretty deep. Is it 3-4 feet deep?
5 feet.
Wow, that is a deep pond. So what's the story here, Saundra?
They had a really cute little pond. It sat over here where the patio is actually. Her brother had built it. It had wine bottles and everything in it, and he had since passed. So she was very hesitant on redoing it, but they knew they had to do something. It didn't have very good filtration. There were lots of issues. And they were in the process of redesigning the backyard. So about 18 months of conversations with her and the landscape designer, and we finally came up with a plan. There used to be steps that went down to a big fire pit, so we had to come in with huge boulders to create a retaining wall and a lot of dirt to fill it in so that we could then cut the ponds in. They needed a place for their fish. They wanted it to be healthy. So they had, I want to say, 8 really nice sized koi. We put them in this pond the first week they spawned, and last year when we did a clean out in September, we took 75 fish out of here.
Wow. You said 2 ponds, but they look like they're connected. It doesn't look like there's any fish in this pond.
We brought the intake bay for the fish pond right up underneath the bridge.
Yes.
And then we put a jet under the bridge on this side so that it looks like the water's actually flowing underneath the bridge.
It
and
does.
It looks like it's one body of water, but it's 2.
So there's no fish in here, and she just uses this to soak in.
She does, yep. We just installed an engine system in this one. We're hoping to
Clear it up a little bit.
Water for her, yep.
How long ago did you put the engine in?
It hasn't been that long.
The pond over there is clearer with the fish than the one without the fish. And that's one of the things that we like to tell people is they say we don't want fish because we don't want to maintain them or anything else like that. Fish will be part of the ecosystem and they'll help with the bacteria and keeping the algae down and everything else. There's no fish in here and you got some algae, and that's why you're putting the engine, which gets rid of algae in a pond.
Yep.
This is the intake bay over here.
So we have 2 pumps that sit down here, 4 to 8, and they pump up to the top to the wetland.
And you can tell they're really into their koi. They've got an automatic feeder that probably is on a timer. They got security cameras out here. They've got some string across some lines in case there's a heron that comes by. And obviously it works because they got some pretty beautiful fish in here. And I love this piece of driftwood that you used in here. Look at that. You did both of them at the same time? So you probably got 45 feet of space here by 20 feet long. So what would a project like this cost from Springer Ponds?
It depends on the variables when you set it up. With the retaining wall and everything on the outside edge, you've got a lot more dirt you're bringing in. I think we had roughly 50 pallets of boulders for this job. So you're going to look anywhere from the 70 to 125,000 range.
This is almost like a swimming pool in their backyard.
Yes, it is.
So look at this house, just absolutely spectacular. They are obviously entertaining people. Just look at how many seats are out here. And you know, in a $70,000 to $100,000 investment, think about how many people have that sitting in their garage as they come out on a Sunday afternoon a couple times of the year. And here you get to enjoy this every single day. This is truly called living the aquascape lifestyle. And I love the fact that the lady actually soaks in there.
Yes.
That is cool. Listen to this slower gurgling sound versus that crashing rock on rock louder sound. It'll always be louder when rock hits rock. Where it falls into a pool, soundscaping is what we call it. So isn't it nice to sit and enjoy your work?
It is. I tell my clients all the time, you know, we build them and we leave. So when I come back to visit, I love to sit down with them and talk because I just get to enjoy it at that point.
So talk a little bit about working with other certified aquascapes contractors to pull off a bigger project like this.
It's a blast. I mean, I have a good crew. I love my guys. But when you look at something that's a higher level, I mean, it's just going to take a lot more oomph. And you need somebody who's really good with the machine and moving the boulders. It wasn't hard to come up with Sean and April as an option. And working with them and Andrew from TPM, it was just a really great job. I could have probably done this by myself. I'm not going to say I could have. I'm not going to do the same thing that they're doing because everybody sees things differently. It was just fantastic. But Sean has such experience with the machine. So we hit 2 3-stumps and it took him quite a while to get one of them out. And I've got pictures of him. He's just tossing that thing up in the air trying to break it up because we ended up hauling it out and I think it took 3 pickup truck loads just to get the 3-stump out of here. So breaking it up was definitely the best way to go. You learn a lot. You see things that you don't normally see, you know, just different skills. But the certified contractors, you know what you're getting. You know you're getting quality work. You know you're getting somebody who's trained and who has a passion for their job. And that's very important to me. I wouldn't want to go in and build something and not have a good, strong team that was capable of pulling it off.
Well, and the nice thing is that you don't have to tell them what to do because they've already been trained in all of the products and the installation techniques and the process to build a water feature through Aquascape's training.
Exactly. We even stopped periodically and had conversations about, okay, you do this, why do you do this? And we do it this way, why do you do it that way? And then we kind of merged some of the ideas based on the input.
And that's how it's supposed to be because it's truly art.
Right.
Because Saundra knew the process and she's working with certified aquascape contractors that do, they can spend all of their time on the creative elements. How to put in an actual piece of wood into the waterfalls. How to design it so that it's 2 water features that looks like one. These are the things that separate a true artist from just a guy that can do a pond. Yes, you're gonna pay more when it's a pond this big, $70,000, $100,000, but you've got probably 100 tons of stone with the retaining wall and everything else. So you get what you pay for in this life. And I actually believe this is a great investment for these people because all I have to do to figure that out is look at how they live the aquascape lifestyle. This entire yard, not just outside but inside with all of the windows, is facing this. So a project of this magnitude, when you're going to do this and you're a person like Saundra that doesn't have maybe the size of the team, she just relies on the certified aquascape contractor network to bring in people that have been there and done that she knows that she doesn't have to train to do it because this is what they do. We are at a beautiful, look at this, it's a nature habitat here. It's a wildlife preserve. I could actually see that. National Wildlife Federation Backyard Habitat Program. And look at this whole backyard. And I'm thinking there's gotta be a pond. Wow, look at this location. What a nice little tucked into the corner here. So how do you like it?
We love it. We open the windows and have it running. We had originally different setup, and after 2 years we decided we wanted to make it look nicer, so we called Saundra.
So you had an existing water feature that Saundra came in and repaired. Did you have another contractor build it or build it yourself, or?
No, we had another contractor build it.
Plastic preformed was here. We had to stick with the same hole originally, and the wall continued, and there was one stone where the water dropped down into the preformed pond.
Sure.
So there was no liner behind the wall to catch any of the splash, and so there was a lot of water loss. So we were talking to her, and I suggested that we send one of the waterfalls towards the cover-in. Started up higher and broke through the wall and brought the waterfall down, but we kept with the same space that the other one was in, so to keep the patio in.
Right. Sometimes it's actually tougher to make a small water feature because it's a limited space you need to work in, but you did a really nice job of incorporating this.
Thank you.
Hey, if you want to find a certified contractor in your area like Saundra, all you have to do is check out the link below and you too could be living the aquascape lifestyles. We love
our job.
Amen.